Hello, hello. This is Adrienne, a Capricorntigress of astrologyalookinside.com, and I am here to do the reading for the sign of Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Hello. What we're talking about here is this full moon in Virgo that's happening on the 13th of March. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with this. And by the way, please deal with me. I just took a Benadryl. I'm really itchy. And I don't know why, but I'm really itchy. So I just took a Benadryl and I'm hoping it kicks in and I can finish these readings. I just have you and Leo to do. So Cancer, this emphasis is happening in your third house. This is going to affect your communication, what you're talking about, what you're communicating about. It could have something to do with your community, your neighborhood, stuff going on, like with your neighbors and stuff like that. It could have something to do with brothers and sisters and cousins and aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews. That extended family. So you might be dealing with something like that. But I think overall, it's just about the stuff that's happening close around your home, like stuff. Maybe like go to work, come home, go to the store, pick up some food, go to down to the corner, get a sub, or I don't know what you're doing in your local neighborhood, but those types of things. And only you know what those are, because it's the things that you do day after day after day after day. It's the stuff that you always do. So it's emphasis on that type of community, type of emphasis, okay? But also this is known for being the house of communication and, just things like writing, talking, communicating, blogging, all those types of things. And you might find that you're doing a lot more of those types of things. Like you're on the phone a lot. You're writing more letters. You're have more proposals that are due, or more projects that you have to deal with. You might even get more clients because the third house is the house of sales. A lot of people don't know that, but it is because of the communication. And I have found that whenever I have good beneficial planets going through the third house, I always do well when it comes to things like sales and stuff like that. So I hope that is a case for you, Cancer. Also there is a emphasis on the 11th house for you, because Cancer falls in the 11th house of Virgo. And I feel like for some Cancers, a lot of the communication you're going to have is going to be in groups. Like, if you're in Facebook groups, then you'll be commenting, saying stuff in Facebook. Trump's like, yeah, dump Trump, or, whatever you're saying. Because there's always those groups out there, right? There's always those groups. Or you might belong to some kind of association or club, or, like a bowling league, or I don't know what you're doing that involves a lot of people, but something that involves a lot of people. And you might find that you're involved in it in some way. So Cancer, just think about that. Like, what are you doing? Some people are really into things like sports and stuff like that. And then, you're in an arena with 20,000 other people. So it could be something like that as well. And could also be making new friends, stuff like that. What I love about the 11th house, though, is that it is the house of hopes and dreams and wishes and the things that you really hoped that you would have had, like whatever you dreamed would happen, but it didn't happen. Sometimes they do happen, but they're usually like those wishes, those hopes that seem so far out of the way. I'm so sorry. There's just like hair hanging in my face and it is just irritating me. Anyway, it just seems like it's so far away. You know what I mean? And I feel like whenever we're dealing with those particular hopes, dreams, and wishes, we sometimes put those out as like those, that when pigs fly, like that'll never happen. So we don't take it seriously. What I want you to do is just take, the next few days, or the 13th, the 12th, whenever, start saying things like what you want. Like, money comes into me. I am a money magnet. Money is automatically drawn to me. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I live an elegant and wealthy life. You know, you can tell I've been listening to a lot of manifestation videos, so it just rolls off my tongue because I think I've gotten programmed. I think I'm pre-programmed. But those types of things, like to say those things to yourself, even like, let me give you an example. I was looking in the mirror and I was just getting ready, you know, for either today or yesterday or whatever. And I subconsciously heard myself say something negative about myself. And I stopped myself and had an argument with myself. Like, what are you talking about, girl? You are hot for your age. You better stop tripping. If they can't accept you like you, then da 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 da. And you know, years ago, I would have just accepted the negative feedback in my brain. I wouldn't have stopped a debate with my brain or my subconscious mind. But now, oh no, my elevated sense of worth will not stand for it. And I think that's where you need to get to. And once you get there, that's you can attain anything. I think if you take advantage of the next couple of weeks, Cancer, you will be able to have your hopes, dreams, wishes, whatever you want. I think you'll be able to get, and that's a great, especially since you'll be able to communicate it. Since, you know, the emphasis is in the third house, right? So you'll be able to communicate what you want and get what you want. And here's the funny thing. The card that came out is amusement. Amusement. You have natural talents that you can share with the world. It's time to make money, Cancer, from them while having a good time just being you. And that sounds like Cancer. Cancers like having a good time. They like partying, but they're also really good at sales and PR work. You're really good at appealing to people's emotions. On the bottom of the deck was determination. So consistency is the key to achieving your goals, Cancer. Keep going what works well, or keep doing what works well for you. Don't quit when you're tired. Quit when you're done. So determination and amusement. I think if you do what comes natural and what is fun, I think, and you have determination to make it work, I think you are going to be successful, and that's beautiful. So this has been my reading for you, Cancer. I hope it resonated with some Cancers. And if you're a Cancer, please take a moment to let me know in the comments that you're Cancer and if this resonated with you at all. And also take a moment to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it'd be great. And become a member. We have our new memberships now. So if you like to become a member, I invite you to do that too. And I am planning to do so much more for our members. So I would like to invite you to do that. Okay. Much love to you. Much light to you, Cancer. Many blessings. Many blessings. So let's move on to the next sign. And the next sign is the last sign, which is the sign of Leo. Leo, this is happening in your 12th house. In your 12th house. And, your second house. Excuse me, your second house. If you're falling in the 12th house of Virgo, but the emphasis for you, Leo, is happening in your second house of money. And I feel like some Leos really are going to be dealing with money. Like, I think you're going to have to fight the urge to spend money. I do believe that. So I want to tell you that right now, Leo, because you might get this urge to go out and get like a big fancy car, knowing that you ain't got big fancy car money, or that you could lose that big fancy car job, and you need to be careful and more cautious about it. Because the fact that it's the second house and the 12th house, both of those are emphasized because you're in the 12th house of Virgo, right? So I feel like for some Leos, you might be doing something that could cause like your undoing. Like you don't want to make a decision that's so bad that it could really set you back financially or create some problem in your life that you really can't get over. You know what I mean? And so I really want you to be cautious about that. I want you to be cautious about what you're doing, how you're spending your money. If you're being mature about your money, you don't want to blow all your wealth while especially during this time. I feel like we're living in a really uncertain time when it comes to money. And I feel like Virgo is a sign that it's going to make you a little bit more analytical, a little bit more rational. a little bit more detail where it's falling. So in your case, since it's falling in the second house of money, I'm thinking that you're going to be a little bit more rational, a little bit more detailed, right? A little bit more analytical when it comes to your money and not just rashly do it. Maybe you'll sit down and think about all the monthly payments you got all over the internet and just start consolidating them or getting rid of the ones that you don't use. And I did that once about a year or two ago, and it was amazing. We never realized how much money we're spending on the internet. Like it's crazy. So I got rid of so much stuff because it slowly just siphons everything away from you, and you don't even realize you're being siphoned. So if this is part of that second house, 12th house combination thing that's going on for Leo, maybe you'll find ways that you're subconsciously, messing with your own money, your own stash, your own finances, and you'll be able to fix that because you'll be more analytical there. You might just be more cautious about spending money in general and be really wary about spending your money in a not wise way. So, hopefully that will be the way it turns out. What I don't want to see is Leo's doing something that's very 12th house, like that will get them in trouble or that will affect their money in a negative way. So be cautious about that. Don't try to do anything that's illegal or underhanded or sneaky. 12th house tends to get us into trouble. It is the house of undoing. It usually is the stuff that we do that we think is hidden, and then it all comes out, and sometimes it leads to jail, or sometimes it leads to the hospital, or sometimes it leads even to mental institutions. I mean, this is not a good house. So there's a little bit of that emphasis going on. And with the second house, I just feel like you need to be careful about your money, okay? So I don't want to harp on it because I'll preach to you like a mother, especially if I feel like there's something going on. And this card fell right out of my hand. I kid you not. It is damage. Damage. There might be a financial loss that you didn't see coming. Didn't I say 12? You need to be prepared and have a contingency plan. This is not the time to take risks. Did not say that. Just said it, and the card popped right out. And look at the card right on the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. Same thing. Security. You are financially secure and abundant, though. This is saying you are abundant, so don't take no chances with that. Continue to grow and maintain stability in your career and finances. Multiple streams of income are recommended. And I've seen this card crop up several times tonight for some reason. So I think a lot of people are worried about their security. They're worried about how they're going to survive. They're worried about if they've got enough stashed away, if they need to take on another job, if there's, maybe they lost their job, maybe they are part of the whole DEI thing. I feel like there's a lot of people who are going through a lot. There's been a lot of jobs lost. There's a lot of talk of more jobs being lost. There are people who are in things like disability or Social Security or things like that they are dependent on those things for survival. And there've been talk about getting rid of those or cutting those down. And these people are barely surviving check to check. And then they've talked about getting rid of things like food stamps and Medicaid or certain things in Medicare. We already saw how disastrous what happened with the FAA, how disastrous that was. So we need to be really cautious as people. But I think that Leo in particular needs to be cautious about their finances and to make sure that you have all your bases covered, that you're not taking any undue chances, that you're not doing anything that's going to lead you to financial ruin or anything like that, okay? Just make sure you do that, Leo, because I don't want to see any Leos go through a really rough time. Don't forget, Pluto is in Aquarius right now. So all the power is really in Aquarius, which is opposite you. And I think that Mars is going to be going back through Leo and eventually into Mars in Virgo. But I just want you to be careful. I just want you to be careful with your finances. Don't take any chances. Don't get anything on layaway or max out your credit card or any of those things, okay? This is my best advice for you. Okay, Leo, this is my best advice for Leo. Anyway, this has been Adrienne, Capricorntigress of astrologyaLookInside.com. I hope this resonated with you, Leo, and if it did, be sure to let me know that you're Leo, and if this resonated with you and the whole 9 yards, okay? I hope to hear from you. Much love, much light, and many blessings. And everyone, I just want to thank you if you watched all of the 12 zodiac signs. Thank you for making it all the way to this point, because I think I'm going to break them all up and do them separately. But thank you so much for your support. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to like the video and share the video so more people know we're here, and subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know whenever I'm uploading new videos here, okay? Much love, much light, many blessings. Much love to you. Namaste. Many blessings, everyone. Bye.
Astrology, a look inside. Presenting astrology and tarot readings for all.